Everyone, T-Hop here from Growthops. I was a former performance marketing lead at Masterclass and helped us go from Series B to D. And then I was the head of performance path to acquisition at Lyft, pre-IPO. So I'm here to tell you, some of the systems that I've been finding work really well for growth. And it's a system that I call my 4 ACEs system. And when you're doing growth marketing, performance marketing, you find that it's a lot of times it's like flipping cards in a deck, and you're hoping to find an ace, with each ace being a win. Well, with this system, I can give you 4 guaranteed wins, that every time the first 4 cards you lift are going to be an ace. So let's go through it today. The first ace I like to call is align your MarTech. So what does that mean? Right now, most companies will be using custom events for their optimization event with their platforms. You shouldn't. Use a standard event. The other piece is a lot of times we're picking the wrong attribution, or we're picking the wrong event. So if in a free trial, don't optimize towards the trial start, optimize towards second session. Find an event that's more closely correlated with your end result you desire. So whether that's a purchase or that's a subscription, but find something that happens close to the click, but isn't right after the click, so that you get rid of all the noise of the users that aren't actually interested in your product or aren't likely to convert. All right, ace number 2, account structures. I can't tell you how often I get into a new account and I see that people are still using manual campaigns. They're still using things that were, used back in 2012, 2013, even 2014. On Facebook, you got to use Advantage Plus shopping campaigns or Advantage Plus campaigns. Don't use manual campaigns. On TikTok, smart campaigns, use those. Don't use the manual ones. And number 3, on YouTube, or actually on Google, stop doing PMAX. PMAX is being divested from at Google. So use demand gen and use search with Google. Number 3, the third ace, is you got to nail your ad messaging. So many times I get into an account and I see that the ad messaging is just off, or they have lots of different messages in the account. And you have to, just doing one simple thing is just take your static 1-by-1 ads, put different reasons to believe on there, 10 different ones, and run it on Facebook, on Meta, on just Instagram feed, and only to iPhones, and see which ones do the best. When you find the top 3, do that again. And then with that result, go and make some video ads based on that concept or that messaging, and then go and update your website, your homepage based on that messaging. I had one, meeting management software company, AI meeting management software company, that went from a 500 CAC down to a 200 CAC almost overnight, just from doing this one simple thing. The 4th ace, fix your attribution. This one might sound counterintuitive, right? Because there was all this talk about multi-touch attribution and being able to predict things. But the reality is that in any considered purchase product that has a free trial, that has, a longer time period, that people are thinking about, do I want this product that isn't a widget, right? You're going to actually want to use How Did You Hear About Us? I've done media mix modeling. I've used How Did You Hear About Us? I've done predictive analyses, and How Did You Hear About Us ends up being much better. Use that along with your platform reported data to actually determine where you should be spending. So a great example of this is, most of the time I go into a company and I implement a How Did You Hear About Us post-purchase survey, and immediately what they see is, oh wait, 50% of people are saying that they come from Meta or Facebook or Instagram. That's weird, because we only spend 20% of our ad dollars on Meta. So then, well, guess what? Align your spend with what How Did You Hear About Us says, and you get to see immediate business growth almost, immediately. So once again, just very simple, guaranteed 4 things for success that in my 4 ACEs system. Align your MarTech, number 1. Make sure you're using the right account structure and campaigns. Number 3 is, nail your ad messaging. And number 4, fix your attribution. So thanks for taking the time today. For a limited time right now, and for the advertisers that qualify, I'm actually doing a screen share with them where you'll share your screen. I'll look at your accounts. I'll look at your systems, and I'll tell you point out exactly where you can make changes and see immediate, 30, 40, 50% CAC reductions. as long as you have over 30K in ad spend per month, I'm happy to have that call with you. So click the link below and book some time with me. I look forward to working with you. Thanks.